What if I tell you that a man gave CPR to a goat to save its life? Or an extremely poisonous Indian cobra drank water from a bottle as a human was holding it? You won't believe me, I know. But the record says otherwise. A lot of animals have asked humans for help when they had nowhere to go, and the humans have responded with great care and hospitality. So, let's dive into the video. We will see the most amazing and unbelievable moments when animals asked people for help. Number 10. Penguin jumps into boat. This incident took place in Antarctica, where a group of tourists were boating and capturing the beauty of the icy land. Suddenly, they found a penguin being chased by some killer whales, and the poor helpless penguin was trying to swim away from the predators. But the killer whales were not ready to give up their food, and they kept chasing the penguin. And when everyone thought that the penguin wouldn't survive, it did something so unexpected, everyone was surprised. The penguin came and jumped on the tourist boat. The tourists quickly helped it climb up, and the little creature must have been thinking, "Hey, you orcas, I'm with the humans now. Go get some food elsewhere." As the orcas followed the boat for a little while, the penguin sat there in the middle of everyone with no fear at all. It was evident that he knew these humans wouldn't hurt him, and when the whales gave up, the penguin jumped back into the water and went away. A lot of intelligence in such a little head, don't you think? Number 9. Lady saves wild duck. This wild duck was in horrible pain as its beak and neck was stuck in a bottle cap ring. He was trying to get rid of it, but it was impossible for him to get it out. He couldn't eat, drink, or even keep his head straight. And that's when a lady saw him, and she decided to help him. But the wild ducks are hard to catch as they are not familiar with people. So, she made a cage to trap the duck and help him once he's inside the cage. He didn't enter the cage on the first day, and for the following 2 days, he didn't appear with the group. But on the 4th day, he entered the cage. The lady quickly came to his rescue and freed him from the plastic ring. Oh God, the duck looked so relaxed. Then she released the duck and he flew away. I must mention one thing to everyone who's watching. Be careful what you do with your plastic wastes. It can harm other innocent animals in ways you can't even imagine. Number 8. Crow asks people for water. All of you must have read the story of the thirsty crow. And here's another story of another thirsty crow. Only this time, it wasn't a story at all, and the crow directly came to some people for help. The crow was thirsty and couldn't find water anywhere, so the last resort was to seek help from a human. He saw a group of people hanging around with a water bottle by their side. The smart crow went there and started pecking at the bottle. While people didn't pay attention at first, as they thought it's just a birdie behavior or something, but after pecking for a while, a guy poured some water in the bottle cap and gave it to the crow. He drank it, cooled down, and flew away. Number 7. Man gives CPR to a goat. This video will definitely blow your mind because the fact that a human gave CPR to a goat just to save its life is a little hard to digest, but it really happened. As you can see, one goat from a herd fell down when they were rushing to get outside, and all of them were entangled with a rope, which eventually choked the fallen goat. But the rest of the herd kept running, which caused more trouble, and the goat was senseless. And the owner ran towards her and untangled her first, but she was already senseless, and it seemed she would die. Just when we thought the story had a sad ending, the owner of the goat started giving her CPR. Every time I see this, it brings tears to my eyes. The amount of love he has for his goat is rare to find even between humans. And all is well that ends well. After giving CPR, the goat opened her eyes, and she ran. God bless this man. Number 6. Woman helps burnt kangaroo. This baby kangaroo burned its hands in the fire. His parents were nowhere to be found, and he did everything in his power to stop the pain. But when it didn't stop, the last place he could go to was the friendly neighborhood humans. And that's exactly what he did. This lady found the baby kangaroo standing and staring at her from a distance. Something wasn't right, so she paid a visit, and she was right. His hands were burnt. As soon as she saw the painful situation of the animal, she brought her water bottle and watered his hands softly for a while. It definitely was a heartwarming moment, looking at how this lady was taking care of the kangaroo, like he's her own child. The kangaroo stood still without making any move, as he understood that this human is here to help him out. She gently rubbed his hands and poured water to cool them down, and it worked. He was relieved and joined his buddies. Of course, before he took his exit, the lady coddled him as long as she could. Whether it's an animal or a human, maternal instinct never dies. Number 5. Human feeds water to koala. Here's one of the sweetest and most adorable videos you'll find on YouTube. This koala was dehydrated in heat, and it got sick. When he figured that there's no way out of this unbearable heat, he decided to ask a human for help. And luckily, there was this guy who noticed the koala. As soon as he realized that the koala was dehydrated, he took some water and a water bottle and went straight to the koala. Just look at how the koala is sitting right beside him, like the obedient son who eagerly waits for his dad to give him the birthday gift. This guy pours some water into the bottle and feeds it to the koala. And the koala, drinking water from the bottle, is the cutest thing you might have seen in a while. And just when the man thought the koala was not thirsty anymore, he grabbed his right hand, just like a human, and drank some more. How cute is that? Number 4. Man helps sloth cross the street. Sloths are loved by all. Maybe because they are lazy, and most of us can relate to that. Or maybe because of the fact that they are too damn cute to resist. Whatever the reason may be, this video is going to be a treat for any animal lover. The sloth was stuck on the road as he wanted to cross the road, but looking at his speed, an accident was inevitable. The sloth was out of his territory and helpless. But this man saw the sloth, and promptly, he went to help it. He took the sloth in his laps and carefully left it on a tree, where it could survive on its own. But that's not the whole story. The interesting part begins here. As soon as the man left and said goodbye, the sloth turned his head, waved, and smiled to the man who saved him generously. The joy and innocence on the face of the sloth is truly priceless. Number 3. Indian cobra drinks water from a bottle. Who's not afraid of a snake? Keeping Bear Grylls aside, of course. The point is, snakes are known for some terrifying attacks on humans and their reckless behavior. This cold-blooded reptile is hardly trusted by anyone. But like the other animals, they have a brain too, and they know when to ask people for a little help. Just look at this 10-feet Indian cobra. Just looking at this snake can give you chills on your spine. But this snake is totally dehydrated, and he's looking for some water. Well, nobody understood and called the police. Now, the snake's being handled by the police officer. And after a while, they got the situation as the snake kept trying to get into the house. Immediately, the locals arranged a water bottle and the snake was watered. What's surprising is that the snake was happily having a shower without making a single move. He was like, "Hey, it's a hot summer day, dude. Keep the water coming." But it didn't end here. After having a nice cool shower, he also drinks water directly from the bottle. That's not something you see every day. Number 2. Man saves whale shark from pain. Till now, we have mostly seen humans helping land animals. Well, the land animals do have a little connection with the humans, since we both live in the lands, and sometimes we cross paths with each other. But is it possible for an underwater creature to ask a human for help? Yes, it's absolutely possible. This large whale shark came right beside a boat without showing any signs of violence. He stayed afloat in the water and followed the boat. A rope was stuck around his fins, and it was quite difficult for the whale to swim with that. With this rope on, he wouldn't have survived for long. So, he found the boat and thought of asking for some help. The people on the boat went on cutting the rope, and guess what? The whale stayed afloat without any resistance. He remained the same until those people cut the rope. And once the whale shark was free, he didn't attack those people or the boat. He was just grateful for the help and happy for the newborn freedom. So, he went away and waved the tail to say thank you. Number 1. Sperm whale asks diver to remove fishing hook. Sperm whales are the largest of all toothed whales, and they can kill a human with their sound alone. But even this scary creature turned to a human to ask for help. This sperm whale has a fishing hook stuck in its mouth, and it's too damn painful. Once the whale realized that he cannot remove the hook by himself, he decided to ask this diver for some assistance. Well, it seems that even the whales need a dentist. When the diver was around, the dangerous and large whale stayed still and cooperated with the diver so he could remove the hook. Once the hook was removed, the diver rubbed his chest and head like it was his puppy. Well, the happy whale was delighted to get out of the pain and was enjoying the rubbing, just like your neighborhood doggy. So, these are some memorable moments when animals asked people for help. If you want to watch more of these moments, let us know in the comments below. And if you like the video, don't forget to like the video and hit the red subscribe button. Unless you do, you won't get a notification for the amazing videos we are going to upload in a few days. So, goodbye for today. See you in the next video.